Good morning. It's 11 o'clock on Monday the 16th of September, and I just hope that you can hear me okay, because this is the first opportunity I've had to stop to be able to talk to you, because the A9 doesn't lend itself to chairs and things like that, or cafes or tea. So I made it over the bridge, which was quite an experience, as it always is. The trucks going past and the wind and everything. I had to hang on to my hat again. But I've made it across the bridge and I'm on my way now to Golspie, which is further up the coast. And I left Tain, as I said, at 9 o'clock, Tain, at 9 o'clock this morning. Well, I'll tell you about this. Yesterday, I walked 13 miles from Dornach to Tain, and I got there at 10 to 3, which was just after the bus had pulled out. And on a Sunday the service is only 2 hourly, so I had to wait until 5 to 5. So to help pass a bit of time away, I went to Tain railway station in the hope that there might be a train. But would you believe, the next train was at 10 o'clock in the evening? That's mad, isn't it? So I had a good early night in bed last night. I was really tired. I went to bed just after 8 o'clock. I know that it always happens where I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning or something like that, which it did, but I managed to get myself back into bed and slept through till about 6:30. Got myself ready to go to Tesco, just around the corner, having slept on a really perfect place on a parking area right alongside the coast. It was absolutely beautiful, dead quiet, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Did get a good night's sleep, and I'm glad I did. But when I got to Tesco, it didn't open till 8 o'clock. So I went in the back of the van and did a few more answering messages and talking to one or two people kind of thing. I had one or two phone calls, including one from Ralph. And then I went to Tesco to have a breakfast at 8 o'clock, but they didn't have a cafe. So I did my shopping and went to Asda and had a really nice breakfast there, but by which time it was like 9 o'clock by the time I got started. And there's no rush particularly, but I've still got a long way to walk, and I've worked out loads of different things, and with the phone call with Ralph, it's all knitted together very nicely, where he's arriving on Thursday afternoon, that's the 19th, which is at Wick, and he's booked a campsite for 3 nights. He's got a van and I'll have my van, so I've got that to sort out with him. But what that means is we can kind of backtrack as much as we can, pick up any loose ends that there might be, assuming that I don't make it to Wick by Thursday afternoon, but I'm pretty confident that I will. I passed a sign not that long ago actually that said that it's only 85 now to John O'Groats. So Ralph's going to be coming for 4 days, so with the sort of 3 full days that I've got left and the 4 days that he's got, we should make it quite comfortably. And the target was always going to be the 22nd of September, and it looks as if it's going to be spot on. I'm feeling pretty good. The problem I've got again, and I have to apologise again, is that I'm very slow at answering messages. I'm also going to be slow at putting yesterday's and today's video on, because I haven't even started editing yet. And so I thought what I might do tomorrow, that's Thursday the 17th, is put on Narrowboat Adventure, which is a film that Trish and I made, and we actually started on the 17th of September 2017, so that's exactly 2 years ago. And it'll be an introduction to a lot of people who have never seen it before. I know a lot of my regular followers who have been following me for the last sort of 18 months nearly now I'm sure a lot of them have seen it, but a lot of them haven't, and I'm quite sure they might want to watch it again. It's a nice film. It's a 7-part film, so I'll give you day 1. You can then find it yourself if you want to carry on to day 2 and all the way through to day 7, and that's on my Jim Hawkins YouTube site. If you just got to run down and you'll find it. But for those of you on Facebook, I'll post it every day so that you can get a chance to follow it through, just in case things get busy again with Ralph and I don't have time to edit, and the edits can follow as and when I do them. It's a very windy day today. It looked quite grim first thing this morning. There was and it was raining. There were 1 or 2 rainbows around, but it's certainly warmed up now, and the wind strengthened as well. But I'm pretty confident of getting the whole of today in. On my way to Golspie, I'm going to take a bit of a shortcut and get off the A9, and that might lead me into a better situation. The traffic, I know I go on about it, but it is hard work walking up with the noise of the traffic, and I just want to get it over with. So, all I need to say is, hoots mama, there's a moose loose about this hoose. It's 1:15 now, and I'm sat on this road, beautiful country road right through the middle of a lovely forest. There's some nice houses and stuff like that, and I had a snack, a Scotch egg and 1 or 2 bits and pieces and a banana and all the usual things and some Lucasade and what have you. And it was so warm that it was really, really sunny, and so I did something I've never done before. I laid back and fell asleep, and I must have been asleep for about 20 minutes, and this passing motorist stopped saying, "Are you alright, mate? Are you alright?" I think he thought I was deceased, or, you know, it was quite funny really. He was a very nice bloke. We had a bit of a laugh about it, but that is the first time I've ever done that, you know. So I'll get on. I'm not that far now from, let me just look on my map because I've only just woke up. Dornach, that's right, and then from Dornach I should make that okay, and then if I've got enough time or if I feel like it, I'll move on to Golspie. And it's turned out quite warm now. There's a few black clouds up there, but I'm not too worried really. I'm gagging for a cup of tea now anyway, so I'm going to have to get moving. It's 1:50 now, and I found somewhere to have a cup of tea as I walked into this place, Dornoch, which is a fantastic little town it is as well. The buildings are absolutely spectacular, beautiful buildings. I bet there's a real history about this place. The bad news is, as you've seen, it's raining. How long it's going to rain for, I've got no idea. I've found my way right into the centre, and I'm at the bus stop now, but I was talking to the barmaid in the pub, and she checked out the times of the buses, and the next one isn't until 20 to 4, so it's quite a long way. I'm going to pass 2 hours. I mean, there are museums and all that kind of thing. I mean, this might just pass over, but the problem that I've got is the next place, Golspie, according to the barmaid, is 11 miles away. Well, I'm not going to be doing that. I did pass a caravan site on the way here. It was a caravan and motorhome club, one of these what they call CLs, which is a certified location, which might be a good spot to be. The only problem again is, what's the internet like? But at the moment I'm getting five bars on my Virgin mobile, so that's always a good sign. So I'm inclined to get the bus and get back to here and get some editing done while I can. With mains electricity, I can go on for a long time, you know, many hours, and try and get myself up to date again, because the last thing I want to do is slip behind. And that's going to happen for sure when Ralph comes with his wife, because I can't ignore them and say, oh, look, I'm editing. It's going to be very much a social thing as well as a walk, and so there might be a delay, but we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to sit in this bus shelter and just see what happens with the rain, and then not that there is a big decision to make. It's impossible for me to walk from here today. 11 miles, that's another 3 hours. Yeah, I've got the time, but I've already done about 12 miles. I'm gonna cut myself up for the next 2 or 3 days if I do a 23 today. I'd be stupid. I'd be far better. As I said to Ralph on the phone this morning, anything that I don't get done between now and meeting him in Wick, I can do after I've arrived at John O'Groats, so it's not as if there's a panic. I'm not running to a tight schedule, but Ralph is, so it's important that we do what Ralph wants to do, and I can catch up. That's not a problem.